Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Monad update and an update on one of the ecosystem coins that we have. I don't just want to say meme coins, right? Remember, I see meme coins and Monad as like leverage Monad, where you could buy spot, you hold, they outperform Monad because they're on its ecosystem. So if Monad goes up 20%, you're going to see your meme coin ecosystem project go up 200%. So it's basically like leverage without the risk of liquidation, right? That's why people bet on memes, right? So Monad right now looking fantastic, sitting at just under 24 cent, 251 million market cap. Volume still looking great at 119 mil in volume, 120 million volume. Even though the volume is down 37%, still looking fantastic here, and 2.3 billion in FDV for Monad. And again, you know what's interesting? Monad is not on Binance. I think that's because of the Coinbase ICO, right? The initial coin offering through Coinbase, right? But a Binance listing would be great. Now, to help for some catalyst, right? A Binance listing catalyst would be great. And I know the Monad team has, if they want to get listed on Binance, they could. But maybe they have like contractual agreements with Coinbase, so they can't list on Binance. I'm not sure. I'm not sure as well. Did Monad get listed on Robinhood? That is, if they're on Robinhood, it doesn't matter if they're on Binance or not. Anyway for regular retail to get some holdings in Monad would be a great spot, right? So Monad again looking great. Just show you guys from Crypto Patel 10x opportunity here. Look at this fantastic chart for Monad. Reaccumulation in the 2 cent area, 2 cent area, and then we go on to make a 10x move for Monad. And I think that is definitely the case to 22 cent. And then obviously I think we're going to go even higher, but obviously we're going to consolidate, maybe come back down. Once we hit 22 cent, maybe we come back down to 10 to 14 cent, and then go on to 50, 60, 70 cent, and potentially $1. And then, a dollar is going to be psychological. It's going to be a mental resistance at $1, right? Psychological resistance at $1 Monad. So we trust that there's going to be, corrections at $1, but then we potentially go on to $2, $3 for Monad, in my opinion, right? So Monad looking fantastic, right? Hopping into Monwolf, I talked about this project transitioning. Now Monwolf is trending #1 on Monad deck screener. This is the deck screener for Monad. So if you go to deck screener, you go through the different chains, you're gonna see Monad right here. You click on it, it's gonna show you all the different coins. Monwolf right now is the best performing at #1, up 26%. I told you guys about Monwolf at like 35k, 36k market cap. So it's already close to a 2x for Monwolf, right? If you paid attention to when I spoke about it, which is very great to see. Now, as I've said before, Monwolf is a character based on the Pepe lore, right? The Pepe verse, right? The everything related to Pepe, right? These guys saw Pepe on Ethereum went to 10 to 11 bill market cap. There's also Brett on Base, right? Base was a new chain, and it's much better to find the winner and the gem on the new chain than like Solana, for example, where it's already oversaturated with millions and millions of coin. Base was the new chain. Brett came out when there was barely any coins, and it had the right people pushing it, which pushed Brett all the way up to $2 billion in market cap, right? 2.1 billion in market cap from nothing. See the market cap Monwolf is at right now, 71k. Brett was this low, way even under 100k pretty much, right? And went to 2.1 billion market cap. Well, if you take a look at the Pepe Boys Club, right? Now, obviously, there's other land wolves that launched on like Avalanche and Ethereum, etc. But the Monwolf here being on Monad, being a new chain, helps it to, capture, Monad whales' attention, the whales of Monad, and potentially, in my opinion, go on a massive run. Why? Because, when people think of Pepe, they're going to think of Brett. Anytime people mentions Pepe, they'll be like, yo, what about Brett on Base? People are still bullish on Brett. They still think Brett is going to go to 10 billion market cap, same as what Pepe did. So having Monwolf on Monad being a fresh new chain, fresh new retail interest, fresh new liquidity, like there's only like 5 coins worth buying on Monad right now. I think Monwolf is one of them. As you can see, right, in the characters, you're gonna see Pepe right here in the corner, right, Brett, right, and then Landwolf is the name, but they changed it to Monwolf, right, which is much cooler. It separates them from the other Landwolfs that launched in the past, right? So just like how they had hundreds of Pepes that launched before the Pepe that we know that got to 10 billion market cap did its thing, it could be the same thing here. There were a ton of land wolves that launched, but this one is the one that actually gets to a billion market cap. That is very possible. Now, as always, guys, remember these are memes, right? So manage your risk, right? You're already up at 2x if you got in. Maybe take your initial and some profits out, right? Maybe take your initial out when you get a full 2.5, 3, 4x. Take your initial and some profit. Leave the moon bag in and potentially ride it all the way up to a 10 million. 100 million market cap, a billion market cap in the future. That is very possible, right? What's stopping it when Monad is about to go on a massive expansion phase, which is I believe is truly possible, truly will happen for the new year, right? So even a million Landwolf tokens right now is a great bet, and that's only $72. You mean to tell me you can't toss $72 at a meme coin with the potential of it turning to 100K, if not $1 million? This is the type of risk I'm taking, right? Lottery ticket, you view it as a lottery ticket or not, this has more edge than a lottery ticket, because once Monad goes up, it's more than likely everything in its ecosystem is gonna go up and go up even higher than Monad, right? So this is a lottery ticket I'm taking, right? You toss in $72 in Landwolf here, it goes to even a million market cap. You'd be like, whoa, I turned $72 into $1,000. That's a great trade, right? It goes to 10 mil market cap, that's 10K, 100 mil market cap, 100K, a billion market cap, a million, right? And you, like I said, take profits on the way up. Never sell your entire bag, because you never know what happens in this space. But take profits, take your initial with some profits, leave the moon bag, let it do its thing to Valhalla. Or if it dies, things don't work out how we expect, well, it doesn't matter, because you already took your initials with some profits, right? Boom. So yeah, this is a lottery ticket I'm willing to take, man. #1 trending on Dex Screener from Monad. Only $72 for a million Monwolf, which I think is a great bet. And we'll see what happens as Monad continues to outperform the rest of the market. As always, none of this is financial advice. Like and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.